with Brian Suarez, Harry Nostrant, and Mark Covert.
Good Tuesday evening out there in Radioland. Welcome to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME. I am Harry the Menu Nostrant, joined by my good buds and cohorts. Brian the Professor Suarez, the rookie. Oops, the Big Mac.
The Big Mac, come on.
You know, by the way, you're the only one in this show that's been rebranded, just FYI. Whoa. Bryson! Wow, that was epically bad.
Hey, you know what happened there? Remember, he told us to tap on the mics and Mark didn't check it.
That's true.
That's the problem.
Well, he's tapping.
It's going
the
down.
Tapper. Mark the Big Mac Covert, and on the board, our trusty engineer and resident awful sports fan, Bryson the Commander Davis. And he can't reply to that comment right now because he doesn't have a mic. And we'll get to that reason in just a minute. But, fellas, good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Are you, yelling?
Yeah.
Why don't you try that mic for just a minute?
Let's see.
Let's see what that works.
Yeah, it's working.
There we go.
It's working
now.
Nobody said we were messed up. The new uniforms suck.
I don't have a voice right now.
I know. That's the best part.
Yeah, he can't say anything.
I know. Bryson can't speak, and the show is instantly better now. So, anyways, we are going to bring you the sports highlights of the week. We're going to talk NHL playoffs, the quick cap, which is going to consist of talking about NFL draft. Looks like picks 2 through 5. Is that really what we want to talk about? Just those 3?
That's 4. Yeah, trust me.
4, yeah. Hornets and their abomination against the Magic, and the Phillies and the Mets. But as always, we are going to start with trivia, but there is special trivia tonight, right, Brian?
Yeah, so you better introduce our
Well, I'm going to let Mark do the honors because Mark has acquired us some special guests on the show.
Acquired? Would you consider both of you acquired?
That's kind of how I feel.
I guess so now.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think an acquired taste.
That's also fair.
That's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are welcomed by sports royalty within here. The penultimate, don't shake your head, you know it's true. We've got a Rhode Island Ram. We have a Ole Miss Rebel in our midst tonight. Former linebacker, bobsledders.
Mm-hmm. Turned bobsledders.
Masterminds of the sports world. Emily Renna. Elliot Markison in the building. Guys, what are we doing tonight?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Are you scared to talk now? You're never scared to talk.
No.
I say thanks for having us. Yeah, Elliot always is talking, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm just trying. I'm fighting back these hiccups.
Elliot's like, yep, the hiccups right there. Oh, man. So, yes, we have special guests. And Mark has been friends with Elliot and Emily for a little while here. I just actually got acquainted with them recently, and they're very cool people. But as Mark alluded to, bobsledders, which is awesome. Listen.
Oh,
if you don't like the movie Cool Runnings, you're not cool.
Hey, if I'm in the Olympics in the winter, that's the sport I want to do. But
yeah.
Bobsled?
Yeah, we're going to talk about
I don't know.
this.
Curling's still high up on my list.
Curling was pretty cool to watch in person, I'm not going to lie.
I bet it was. So we're gonna get into that. But
I didn't even ask about that. I feel terrible.
That's okay.
Way to go, Mac.
Come on, friend.
Just kidding.
That's better than Mac.
I don't know.
Friend.
Big Mac. But we're going to do birthdays and trivia. And some of this trivia, or all the trivia.
Some
of the trivia might pertain to our special guests.
No, it will.
Okay. He did allude to that. And just so we're clear, anything I know about them is from talking to him at the Super Bowl party and I hate hearing from Emily about Emily from him. So this should be interesting.
Oh, wow. It's going to be, yeah. It'll be all right.
He said you're all right, Emily. You said you're cool.
I'm better than all right.
Yes, you are.
All right, listen up. So let's start off with, I only got one birthday today.
Whose birthday?
Tony Romo.
Eastern Illinois, baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep, Tony Romo.
Butterfingers.
All right, and then, but here's the other thing. So this next one will lead us into one of our trivia questions, the big event. Back in 1904, Ty Cobb made his professional baseball debut with the Augusta Tourists of the South Atlantic League.
You know, Brian, that raises a good question. I've always wanted to know, how was that game, by the way?
It was pretty good, yeah. Peanuts and Cracker Jack.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh boy.
All right, so wait a minute. So here's the first trivia question.
Second last episode.
So
We
listen.
We're off to a rip-roaring start.
No
Ty
different.
Cobb has the most 5-hit games in his career with 14. Who's number 2 on that list of most 5-hit games?
Naturally, I want to.
MLB career.
Naturally, I want to say.
Hey,
Pete Rose.
Go ahead.
Elliot's going to give it a shot.
Sammy Sosa.
No, 5 hits. Nope, not him.
Is it Pete Rose?
Yes.
I mean, that's the
10.
hit king.
10. Who else do you think would be on this list?
I would think Ichiro would be on that list.
Yes, he
Not a
had
bad guess.
7.
Okay.
Oh God. Tony Gwynn.
9.
Yep, there you go. That's a good one.
Padres hat, by the way. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Is Craig Biggio on that list?
Ooh.
No.
That's a good one though.
Of the players that are left, you'll know them all.
Cal Ripken.
Name them all.
Junior.
No.
I was going for one.
Joe DiMaggio.
No. We'll move along. Here it is. Other players with 7. Dave Winfield.
Mm.
No,
Paul
Padres.
Molitor. Johnny Damon.
Really?
We're talking about the same Johnny Damon.
Yeah.
All right.
Roberto Clemente and Rod Carew.
Oh, Roberto.
Yeah, I feel bad missing that one.
All right. Now, here's the special trivia questions.
Oh.
So one of the members here, Miss Emily, was a college athlete.
Wait, one?
No,
they're both-
I'll get to him. Ladies
It's
first.
about me first, okay?
Ladies first. Listen, hey, maybe y'all don't know what chivalry is, but I do. So we go ladies
Hold on.
first.
My brother in Christ.
Thank you. I was going to say, he's married, and his wife likes him too, which we'll get to that one day. But
All right, so listen. So Miss Emily over here was a college athlete. Do you know what sport she played in college?
I do.
And as a bonus,
Oh God.
what was her specialty?
hold on.
I'm going to apologize for the second half because I don't.
Well, since you know, I guess I'm the only one that should be able to answer this.
Yeah.
Did you swim?
Oh, no, I think.
All right,
Did she
Mark?
just say I sink?
She sinks. she jumps in the water. She sinks like a brick.
I definitely think I can't.
She's not.
her
She's,
sport. Listen, her sport is on frozen water, dude. What do you expect?
Oh, I was going to say, to play hockey?
No. Track and field.
All right.
Track and field.
Ding, 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 ding.
Bingo.
Can you get the other half of it?
No. I'm sorry.
Okay. Emily, you want to tell us?
Did you vault?
I was not a pole vaulter. Always wanted to try it. Coaches never let me do it, but
Okay.
I specialized in the hurdles. So 100 hurdles
That
and
was
50
going to be the
hurdles.
next guess.
Yep.
You know, it makes sense knowing what she does.
okay, but tell them what you told me this past weekend about what did you do to a hurdle one time at a race in Princeton?
Did you destroy it?
Oh, yeah. So I've had my fair share of hitting hurdles and falling on my face and stuff. Definitely clipped this one, and then I tripped, and I ran into the next one with my thigh and completely broke it in half.
You understand? These hurdles are made out of like fiber.
Oh, I know. They don't break easily.
And she just ran right. Her new name now is the Iron Thigh.
Iron thigh. so she starts out with, I definitely hit some hurdles and fell face first. I'm like, is this a life metaphor right now? Because that's what I'm thinking.
One of them didn't make it out of it alive.
All right, so just
hurdle.
hey, 100 meter outside, 60 meter on the inside.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
There we go.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Brian's on it now.
I'm on it. I do my research.
By the way, before we continue, I should say we also have a third guest with us, and that's
Thor's
Thor.
back there.
And he's sitting right next to me, and I love it.
All right. So next up, Mr. Elliott right here played football at Ole Miss.
Or as we like to call it, football.
right? So here's this trivia question. This one's a little different, but we'll see if you can get it.
Okay.
So at Ole Miss, they're famous for tailgating, and there's an actual name for the area where they tailgate.
Oh,
Can you name the area?
nope.
Number 1 in college football, by the way. Everyone out there, ACC doesn't know.
Don't give the answer yet. And actually, before I looked this up, I did know what the answer was.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Is it
I didn't
something
know it.
Hill? No. Okay.
I'm gonna just be as generic as possible. Rebel Walk.
No, but that
Oh, is there something called the Rebel Walk?
There is a rebel.
there is like a, well, it's,
Oh.
yeah,
Hey.
kind of.
We'll take it.
That's not the name of it.
Not right.
No, it's not.
right.
No, it's not. Yeah.
You know, Coco
It is actually, listen,
Britt Schaefer.
There's a whole thing like that.
so listen, this area is actually 10 acres
It's not big enough.
in the
That's big.
center of campus.
Oh, Lord.
And
In the center of campus.
before the game, the players go right through the middle out to the field.
How many buildings y'all got? Like
And would
5?
you like to tell them the name?
It is called. It's been called the Mecca of college football, but I mean, I digress, and it's just called the Grove.
Oh, you know what?
You knew that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
both knew that.
About that.
Yeah.
But I will say this. So there's an interesting part about the trivia. The trees in the Grove are so famous and they're so old. They've been there, I don't know, hundreds of years. And during the ice storm that happened this past winter, they brought in arborists. I think they're called arborists.
Yeah, they are.
From all over the country to figure out how to save the trees because they're that famous. Wow. And then our own little sub mascot, besides the Rebels, are the Grove Squirrels.
That's hilarious.
I love that. I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
hilarious.
So wait a minute, hold on. Their trees are famous. Doesn't Auburn have a famous tree or something like that?
Yeah, but ours are better.
Well, clearly. Yours didn't get poisoned.
Are you the real Harvey Updike?
Oh, God.
You shall never know.
I can't believe I forgot that.
I kind of did too, and I feel dumb for
I
it.
feel very terrible for that.
Man, I thought you all would get that as big.
You
as
didn't
college.
know.
Yes, I did.
You
I'm
didn't
telling
know.
you, I knew before I even looked it up.
I don't believe it. Bryson, did you know? Bryson did.
The world will never know. He doesn't have a mic.
Yeah. Well, this is the best show we're ever going to have, by the way. Oh man! All right, is that it? Is that all you
That's
got?
it. That's all I got. I think that's pretty good, though.
Yeah, that was good, and we'll segue into our conversation with Emily and Elliot, guys. First of all, congratulations on
Yes.
your engagement.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, these are not just two random athletes we got off the corner.
Lovebirds.
They're love.
As it were.
That's right. So
Love is in the air.
they're engaged now. So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Oh, trivia. Brian, where'd they get engaged?
Oh, I know this. I know this one.
Since he does his research.
I
know
didn't
this.
get that far. Can I answer? Personal items.
Well, it was.
Go ahead.
It was.
Because you've been there.
It was in Roma.
Yes.
was-
Where?
See,
Ooh.
Oh, was it? It was.
Ooh.
Was it in the Coliseum? No. Yes, Coliseum, in front of the Coliseum. I mean, if you're gonna do it, that's a great place to do it.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I actually said that after I gave her the ring and everything, and she's like, I don't know what to say.
And are you not entertained?
Well, I was saying you could say yes, and then I got up. I was like, are you not entertained?
That's awesome.
See, that would have been perfect for like someone to be filming that. So
It's okay. I got down on a knee. Alexis turned around and I blacked out. I stared at her.
this is what happened. This is what happened when Mark gets down on a knee and he's got to get back up. He blacks out. But anyway, yes. So that was first things first. But
Yes.
as we talked about, you guys have both a athletic background and are both in the bobsledding community. So, Emily, you got to go to Italy this year, which was really cool, and participate. So, first of all, tell us about that experience.
oh man, going to the Olympics has been a dream for so long. And even though I didn't get to go in the capacity that I wanted to, just getting to be in that atmosphere, get to walk in opening and closing ceremonies, get to wear all the gear, and just, be in the Olympic Village and have that experience is just incredible. Like, I don't think there's other words for it other than that.
Now, I Mark's probably know this better than me. So, you've competed obviously at a very high level, at the highest level, essentially. You had a world championship earlier or last year that you were in and did fairly well in. Is that right?
I've competed in a few world championships. We have those like every season where the Olympic Games don't occur.
Mhm.
So it's our penultimate thing. And I've had 2 top 6 finishes. And last season I was 4th in the world and we were the top U.S. sled. So we did pretty well. Yeah.
4th in the world.
All right,
Word.
so wait a minute. I think you're getting a little ahead of what I want to find out.
Well, I didn't care about what you wanted to find out. So you go ahead.
You can talk to him at the next Super Bowl party.
That's true.
So let's think about
As
this
long as
for
the
just a
Patriots
minute
aren't in
here.
it.
This is what I want to know. You're
still
both can
talking
chime
over
in.
it.
So let's talk about, we got a track athlete and a football player
Mhm.
from Rhode Island, which is a winter state, right? And Mississippi, which is not a winter state.
Come on.
So what's your path to bobsledding and then getting on the U.S. bobsled team?
It's a great question.
Great question. And let me preface this by saying we do have a house divided flag.
We
First
don't.
one ever made.
Nope.
Rhode Island
Nope.
Rams and Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh, that's a big rivalry.
Big rivalry. Big starting it.
Wait, hold on. Does Rhode Island have football?
Yes.
Okay. Tell them your
It was
chant.
a joke.
Tell them the chant.
I'm not doing the chant.
Do the chant. Come
No,
on.
it's
Do it
too
for
long.
all the
Rhode
listeners.
Island's chant.
Rhody Rams.
That's not what it is.
Oh.
That's okay.
Dang it. Yeah, so I guess that does lead to a good question. How did you guys end up deciding you wanted to slide down sheets of ice?
We get this question a lot. Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Well, it's an interesting question. I mean,
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it really
there's
is.
not really a natural transition, I
No,
don't think.
there's not.
Especially prefacing with this. If you watch Cool Runnings, they say if you crash, your bones don't break. They shatter.
Did they see tape of you breaking the hurdle, and then they were like, "No, we need that here."
I should have put that in my submission. That wasn't great.
Emily has one of the best crash videos in the sport of bobsled in the past 10 years, and it is a brutal crash.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. I didn't break any bones, thankfully. I thought I broke my hand, but not. Anyways, but to go back to your question, so a lot of athletes that come from like track and field, American football, soccer, like think anything where you have to be fast, powerful, and strong because you're pushing like a almost 400-pound sled on ice, and you got to be able to run with it. They like athletes like that. So some athletes get recruited. I never got recruited. I had seen a girl that I competed against in high school, and she became a bobsledder for the U.S. team, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I might want to do that. And I was working in corporate and biotech, and I just felt this void that I needed to fill with something super competitive, and I had always wanted to go to the Olympics. I was like, why don't we try this? So I went to a combine in person and tried out, and I did well enough there that I invited to Lake Placid to learn how to push a sled, and did well enough there that they invited me back where I got to learn how to slide and take some trips and see if I actually liked the sport. My first experience sliding down was not the best one. I almost threw up and passed out. It's not like a roller coaster. I don't know how to explain it. It's violent.
All right, well, wait a minute before we get to you. Let's talk about push and slide. Give me those differences there, because that's two different positions on the bobsled team, correct?
Kind of. So I do 2 women bobsleigh. There's also monobob. I don't do that. So in my position, I'm a push athlete. My job is to push the sled and accelerate it as fast as possible before I get in. And that's usually maybe for like 40 meters. You're sprinting for like 5 seconds, like all out, and you're pushing this thing. And then you go down, and then the driver is sitting in the front, and they're actually driving the sled with these D-rings that are attached to pulleys, which are attached to the blades that the sled sits on, called runners. And that helps turn the sled into the curve and come off of it, kind of thing.
Okay.
So when we're sliding, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Elliot?
Yeah, I mean, I just got done playing college football, and I said, hey, I want to go fast, and I just want to put that accelerator to the floorboard, and I didn't want to let up till I saw a checker flag or God.
So NASCAR didn't pan out.
That's why it's now in NASCAR.
My story is a little different. I got to playing college football, and I immediately moved overseas to China and I lived there for a year coaching American football. Got back, and a strength coach friend of mine who had been associated with Ole Miss, he reached out. He said, hey, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but Team USA winter sports recruit from old athletic pools, and then so like bobsled, speed skating is another big one.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And then at the time there was a show called The Next Olympic Hopeful. Got onto the show. COVID canceled the show. And I remember getting a letter in the mail. It was like, hey, thanks for your contribution and wanting to be part of Team USA. Here's a water bottle. And I was like, no way, dude. Like, I want to do this. And so I reached out to the development coach at the time, and he was like, yeah, I remember your application and everything. And he's like, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do a virtual combine, because it was during COVID. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I want your, if you live with roommates, have them film you, do a bunch of stuff. And then I did some interviews, and then funny story enough, he was like, if we like you, we'll hear back from you in a couple weeks. And then 3 weeks go by, I haven't heard anything. I was like, okay, I'm not good enough. And then I'm working in Nashville at the time, Wednesday morning, sitting on my couch, get a call from coach. He goes, hey man, you haven't been answering any of my emails. You got to get your paperwork done. We need you in Lake Placid this Friday. And
it was a Wednesday?
Yeah, it was Wednesday. And long story short, the admin girl had gotten my email address wrong.
Oh God!
And so
they're supposed to get bounced back when that happens.
And so, long story short, so 2 days time, I drove from Nashville up to Lake Placid, and it literally was all downhill from there.
I love that. Down.
Is that a bobsledding pun? Yeah, I think it was.
Bazinga.
I see what you did there. Nice. Well, so okay. That's how one, I guess, decides. Now, what were you doing for work? You said you were at work.
I was in Nashville. I was working for like a small international business company because my time in China.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay, so you guys both get into it that way. What has since then? I guess how has your time in the sport like evolved? I guess from there, like what is? I mean, obviously
they met each other. So
yeah, well, they met each other, and then it went really downhill for him. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, scoring from there, like what was your first, like, I guess, what would we call it, experience, like at a high level from there?
Probably, I guess I could say like my first World Cup race, which was the beginning of the last quad. We were in Whistler, Canada. That track is notorious for being the fastest track in the world too. So I was a little bit nervous. Like you go over 90 miles per hour in a 2-minute there. You're cooking by like curve, I don't know, 4. Like you're going, oh God, you're just going so fast.
You said this is in Whistler?
In Whistler, Canada. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Beautiful spot, by the way. But yeah, that was my first World Cup race. We finished 3rd. That was my first World Cup medal too. So that was my first real like high level circuit competition. Mm-hmm. And I was injured too. So that was even well, not better, but more impressive.
Yeah, no kidding. Honestly,
you know the scene in
what was the injury?
I was in a crash in Whistler and I was out of the sled and my ankle hit something on the way out and it got really inflamed and it swelled and I couldn't walk on it for a while and somehow we rallied it.
Does it not sound like anything she could have just said there? Regardless, was it going in during the sport? It feels like it's nothing minor. Like it's all going to be like something big. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like there's a minor injury in the sport.
Oh no. Hey, Ellie. First trip down a hill in the sled. What's that like? What are you thinking?
Well, let me go back to Emily. You know the scene in what was it, Fast and Furious, when he goes ejectocito, cuz. That was Emily out of the back of the sled, just ejected.
Yeah, that was a bad move on my part. That was self-ejection. Now in Latvia, I was not self-ejecting. I got ejected.
So like let's just break down.
How do you self-eject?
You just let go.
You just let go. You
let your body go limp.
Yeah. So like let's preface this by saying like when we start sliding, they're like, hey, listen, if you crash, you're gonna crash. Stay in the sled. Emily is the one person that like physically tries to kick herself out of the sled at 80 miles an hour.
If you know what to do, it's going to be okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. All right. So back to the question. First time in the sled, you're going. They're like, all right, here we go, Elliot. We're going.
Yeah, my first time sliding was in Park City.
I've done that one.
And it's I think I didn't know what to expect at first. I think just the rattling of the sled while you're going. And let me say this too. It's not like you're like joyride down like a roller coaster or anything. Like it's like you get 6 G's of pressure,
especially there
on your neck, your spine. You're just folded like a lawn chair in the back of the sled, and you're just holding on. Right. Sorry for all the sound effects. No, it's great. It's good radio. But I think at the end, like your CNS, your central nervous system, doesn't know how to process what it's going through. But then by the time you get done, it doesn't matter how cold it is outside. You're just profusely sweating because of the adrenaline. Yeah. And then it's like a high. And then you're like, okay, we got to do this again. And then you crash for your first time, and you're like, I don't know. Then you gotta just get back in it.
So I'm assuming because they let you, the tourists and all that, they go to Park City. I went there that one year. We were in Salt Lake, and
you a tourist?
I kind of. And we went to Park City because Sundance was going on, and everyone's like, "Well, let's jump in a bobsled." And I go, "How big is this bobsled?" First of all, because it was my dad and I. Neither one of us were small individuals.
They had one that you fit in.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, there's no way I was going as fast as he was because. Even though I felt that as well, it wasn't the 6 G's part. So, that was quite the experience, and I couldn't imagine doing it like as fast as you guys go.
Yeah, I think you get on the block at the top of the mountain, and you just like there's always this like revelation where you're just standing up there, and it's 10 degrees outside. And you're like, I'm so cold. Every ounce of my being is like, don't get in this thing. Like, but you still do it, right?
Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder going, don't do it.
Yep. Exactly. So I mean, let's be honest. We're all a little maybe not that right in the head to do that. But I mean,
we're all crazy.
Yeah.
We're all crazy. Different degrees, but we're
I
all
think it
there.
depends on what track you're sliding on, though, too.
that is true.
You slid on the easier of the two U.S. ones first, so your
That is
introduction
true.
was a little bit better.
I don't know. Lake Placid is not that easy.
That's what I mean. Lake Placid is more hard to make you like the sport.
So I think what she said.
She's calling me weak.
She said she actually had
She had an intense experience, and you had a leisurely stroll.
So give us an idea of Emily. You're talking about these tracks like you really know them. Where's the hardest track you've slid on in the world?
Ooh. So I would say the hardest track in the world is either Lake Placid, New York. It's super technically challenging. There's a lot of curves that come up on you really quick, and there's a mixture of corners, or Altenburg, Germany, also notorious for a lot of crashes. That one they've redid a few times, some of the curves, because it was pretty dangerous, but there was a pretty serious accident there a few years ago, actually, when I was there for the World Cup. This athlete got knocked unconscious in the sled in a crash. He got ejected, and because of where he was, so a lot of times bobsled tracks go uphill at the end to help you naturally slow down. So he was out of the sled, and the sled came backwards because no one had caught him, and the sled hit him, and it broke his femur, and it punctured his heart. So he had to get airlift out of there. Now, this doesn't happen all the time. Like, that was a really extreme circumstance, but it just shows you how challenging that track is. And the times I've slid there, I've almost been crashed twice.
And the track was built by the East Germans.
Yeah,
back
it's in
during
East Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like old.
So
Yeah,
it's
like
otherwise known as the
All right,
Soviets.
so-
Soviets.
Yeah.
So a couple more. All right, a couple
That's your
more.
football team. That's good.
Fast. All right, so the fast is probably Whistler, right?
It's Whistler
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Right. All right, next up. So you're pushing, you jump in. You're in the back, the person in front steering. What are you doing in the back? Just holding on for dear life, or are you helping turn? Elliot wants to
Elliot wants to answer
Yeah, yeah.
that question.
Well,
Yeah.
isn't there a brakeman in the back?
Yeah,
You are the brakeman.
that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, it's like a progression of one of three things. Sometimes it's all three at the same time.
Mhm.
First, our job in the back, we're not just kind of dead weight. We are a little bit, but
I would be.
we're supposed to learn
Oh,
the tracks
shocker.
too. And so
Okay.
we can count the curves so we know where we're at all times, and we can give the pilot feedback. And so experienced sliders, they know, and we can't look, we're not looking up, like our heads are between our legs,
Mhm.
but just based off of how the track feels and counting the curves, we know where we're at, and we can tell the pilots, like, hey, you're a little late exiting curve 10 here, you're a little early going in, and hey, we felt a bump in the chicane. So counting is probably our job. But other than that, I do a lot of praying, and I've done a lot of singing. And sometimes I've done all
Singing.
How do you have air to sing?
With the G's?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I can hear it right now.
Is it just you? Some air coming out.
No. I can hear the singing right now.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Let it go.
So let me ask this then, because Emily, you brought up kind of the technical nature of a place like Lake Placid.
Yeah.
For both of you, for coming from track and field and then football, what is the, I guess, most important or most impactful technical skill you've carried over from your sport into bobsledding?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've never been asked that.
Physicality.
That's something. Look, for those that haven't seen it yet, Jason Kelsey actually went up to Utah. He was in Salt Lake with you guys,
Yeah,
right?
he was out in Park City with
Right.
us.
So he did a whole video about going bobsledding, and this is a guy, Hall of Famer at that point, multi-time Pro Bowler, greatest player or center in Eagles history, right?
I was going to say
Prime athlete,
Yeah.
could still play football more than likely.
Right.
He struggled to even get in there and perform the way that y'all do consistently. So I mean, it's the physicality of it has to be something. It has to have something to do with it at that point.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. I mean, Jason was impressive for like how big that man was and how he could move. I was like, oh wow. But yeah, like he definitely learned very quickly. All right.
Well, easy.
Hey, you're okay. He's married.
Yeah. Elliot. I lost my train of thought now. Thank you.
It just went downhill.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely super technical. Yeah, the push is super technical, so I got to coach him through that. And I think for me, coming from hurdles, which is super technical, I'm really good at finding the small details that I have to work on and then carrying that over. So understanding that and how to really maximize your push, because it's like, yeah, it's simple, but there's so many little pieces that people don't understand that go into it that I think that has helped me.
Yeah, I was like, no, go ahead. I was going to say,
Harry's a bobsledder. What do you think is most technical part?
Well, listen, the only thing I've ever slid down was my butt trying to ski, but I'm just kidding. No, I mean, you think about this. Unless and they don't do it on a regular basis at any level. I mean, if there's no really easy transition to a sport like bobsledding, no matter what sport you play. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here trying to imagine, like, I get the track and field aspect. I get that, and I can understand a football aspect. But again, it's totally something completely out of your as a prime athlete, which you guys both are, what your comfort zone is. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's crazy just to be able to transition like that. And that's all I was going to say.
So what's the training like? Like now we're coming into the summer months. Mm-hmm. What are you doing now for training?
Yeah, so this is like the off-season time for us, and we spend a lot of time, I guess, training like football or track and field athletes. You spend a lot of time in the weight room. You spend a lot of time running sprints, running up a hill. You do a lot of plyometrics, and we work through different phases of all that. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, and I was running. I swear, it's all y'all's Instagram is in the morning.
Running. So then when does the season start? What's that process? What happens then?
Well, are you going to say something?
I was like, Harry would carb load.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, we
We eat a lot of food.
We eat a lot of food.
I would imagine.
We eat a lot of food.
Got to fuel the machine. Sorry, but yeah, go ahead.
The machine. No.
In-season training.
Yeah. It's a lot of, it's really, really truthfully, it's like a blend. In our household, we have had so many, I don't know, discussions, not arguments, but just different training philosophies between football and track and field, where Emily's training is like a high, like tuned machine. And I'm like, run through the wall, just grind. And that's probably not the best way to train, but I mean, that was the football mindset, right? So, so I guess like in a way during in-season and off-season training, it's very similar. It's a lot of power cleans, a lot of squats, a lot of sprints.
When you're in season, you add in pushing, like you're pushing a lot more, you're sliding. So you're doing all that. And then that's like a 6-hour day at the track. Then you add the time of regular training on top of that too. And then sled work.
So we're going to the track, either in Park City or Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Right. And you're sliding, you're pushing, sliding. And being technical, like, hey, I got to change this a little bit. Will get me an extra 100th of a second at the bottom of the track, which is going to make a big difference.
Yeah, you're chasing hundredths at the top, and that compounds to be tenths at the bottom. So.
Well, and one thing I found interesting that I learned from this is that they have a training facility here that they practice at. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's nothing bobsled specific here, but we do train here. It's a Team USA facility. It's called the United States Performance Center. It's on UNC Charlotte's campus. Our NGB joined it, would you say, like 3 years ago now?
3 years ago or so.
Yeah.
We're the only winter athletes here. It's predominantly summer, so you have all you have judo, taekwondo, field hockey, archery. So there's the new one is modern pentathlon. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's basically
pretty
James
cool.
Bond in the Olympics.
I love it, James Bond.
It's a ninja course, a run, a swim, a pistol shoot, and what's the fifth one?
Fencing.
No, it's James Bond.
It really is. It's James Bond. They have a full ninja course where they it's crazy.
It's the world is not enough right there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
The world is not enough.
The ninja course is super tempting because one of the fields we train on up there on the campus, it's on it. So you just look at it. Sometimes you're like, can I get on?
So on a note like that, I had a very similar experience. My dad used to work on the show Wipeout. No, Wipeout.
Oh, yeah.
I always looked at that course. I was like, I want to do it. Yeah. And I realized I am not fit for that at all.
Next up, what's your future in bobsledding? What's going to happen?
Ooh, I mean, right now I'm unsure. I'm trying to figure it out. I know I want to compete this quad. I just don't know if I want to compete every year or what years. In my position, I don't have to compete every year. If I wanted to, I could take the next 3 years off and show up the year of the games and try to make an Olympic team. So to be determined.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elliot?
Yeah, a little bit of the same. And right now I've kind of transitioned to the next iteration of athletics, and I'm jacking race cars for NASCAR. So
I notice your shirt right there, Trackhouse.
I'm with Trackhouse, and that's kind of my
shameless plug.
Shameless plug from Chevy. And so, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And
So one thing I want to say, we've been talking about bobsledding. You mentioned this, I think, the other night when we saw you. So Elliot mentioned going to China for American football. Tell us about that, because I find that interesting.
Yeah, so I when I got done playing college football, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to do something different than football, and which was moving to China. I wanted to travel the world, see the world a little bit, but it's always funny how you always just kind of come back to the things that you're passionate about. And I got plugged in with the American football community in China. A guy who played football at Michigan had moved over there kind of almost half a decade before I was there, and he started a football league and got a project with the NFL and ended up doing a coaching clinic over there and coached a local international school. And then since then, I've been back to Hong Kong, and then in recently December in Tokyo doing American football clinics, and there's more to come. So
that's cool.
It's kind of my passion project.
That's cool.
Yeah. First of all, being able to travel, you know me, we've talked about it. I think it's awesome, but being able to go over there and coach and teach football.
Please take Harry on a football field.
We do Oklahoma drill.
All of it. All of
Listen,
it.
it's been a hot minute, but I still got it in me.
Harry, I'll take you in an Oklahoma drill right now.
I got a perfect idea. Okay. This is what we need to do. We need to come up with the sports recap football combine, and right here's our two candidates.
Harry, please.
Oh, my God.
We'll do a full combine.
Greatest thing I gotta see
that.
of my life.
Dude, I gotta see this.
Oklahoma, let's do it.
No helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Pads.
Man. Good. That would be. But it'd be embarrassing.
I'd be past Harry by the time he got up.
Listen, Mark, what are you, 33?
Yeah.
I got 4 years on him at this point. So, I mean, he's probably going to take me.
You just got to play dirty.
I can, but the problem is that hurts me. That hurts me at some point. Playing dirty, like I literally, I'll start hearing bones crack, and I'm like, man, well that's awesome.
Well, I want to thank Emily. We got to go ladies first, and Elliot for coming in and talking bobsled. Hang out with us for the rest of the show right here.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some NHL playoffs. Mark's team's doing pretty well.
Suck.
And Harry, we got to talk about the text you sent me. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, looky there's Ryan Scott over here at the Ford store. Randy Marion Ford Lincoln. Hey, Ryan.
I tell you, Billy Buck, everybody is looking for a deal, and the Ford store has a deal. Come see us today, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln, I-77, exit 49B. And as I say, look for the spinning car, because, folks, that is where the deals are.
Buying diamonds in Antwerp, Belgium, like R. Gregory Jewelers does, is something special. You look at it, weigh it, look again. It's nice, but could it be better? Now, do that 10, 20, 50, or even more times. Your diamond is extra special, so we go the extra mile, literally, to the Diamond Capital, where selection and value are the best. We won't leave until the perfect one is found for you and everyone we're there for. To R. Gregory Jewelers, that really is something special.
R. Gregory Jewelers, 122 West Broad Street, downtown Statesville. rgregoryjewelers.com.
Alarm South is your hometown security provider, serving Iredell and the surrounding counties since 1963. Alarm South specializes in custom security solutions for your home or business. No job is too small or big for Alarm South. Their services include burglar, fire, access control, camera systems, video verification, and more. Whatever your security need is, Alarm South can tailor a solution to fit your needs. Call our team of industry professionals for your free estimate today. 704-872-9857.
Hickory, are you ready? The Crawdads are back at LP Trent Stadium this week. And the Crawdads are home this week with the Hill City Howlers. Feel the roar of the crowd, the crack of the bat, and the excitement of every play. Live, loud, and up close. Bring your family, grab your friends, and experience the thrill of the game. Plus giveaways, theme nights, and fireworks after the final out. Don't wait. Tickets are going fast. Hickory Crawdads, America's favorite minor league baseball, live at LP France Stadium.
Hello, this is Dr. Jesse Stroud, pastor of Fern Hill Baptist Church, located at 872 Fern Hill Road, Mooresville, North Carolina, inviting you to listen to our broadcast on Sundays at 12:30 on WAME. I would also like to invite you, if you don't have a church home, to come visit with us at any of our services. Sunday school, Sunday morning at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11, Sunday evening at 6 p.m., and a midweek Bible study Wednesday at 7. I would also like to invite you to join our Facebook page, where we currently live stream our morning preaching service. May the Lord bless you and have a great day.
Okay, we all know that Little Shavers has tons of wood, but did you also know that they're your one-stop shop for everything else? They offer a complete line of plumbing, electrical, flooring, drywall, insulation, hardware, fasteners, tools, lawn and garden, and much more. They also carry fine brands such as PPG paints, Cabot and Sicken stains, and Shaw flooring. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, farmer, remodeler, or just looking for a great selection of building materials, come by and see the helpful, friendly staff at Little Shavers Wood Shop, 3301 Salisbury Highway. Open 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 7:30 to 3 on Saturday.
Is technology overwhelming or stressful for you? The promise of technology was to make life easier, not harder. Whether you're a family needing support for your personal computers, a small team in need of a beautiful, reliable website, or a business looking to understand AI, North Mac Services is here to help. They know that when things go wrong, it can disrupt your entire day. That's why they're committed to providing friendly service and responsive support, allowing you to focus on the things that really matter. Join their community of satisfied clients and experience the peace of mind that comes from having dependable tech help. Call North Mac Services today, 336-283-7995, or visit northmacservices.com. With racing-inspired automotive-style suspension and integrated cutting decks, Ferris commercial mowers are engineered to deliver a quality cut faster, allowing professional landscapers to earn more profit and bragging rights. Ferris suspension is not just a feature or a marketing gimmick. It's a game changer that simply has to be experienced. True suspension changes everything. Visit RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, 150 RC Farm Drive, and set up a test drive and feel the Ferris difference. Ferris, experience suspension.
And welcome back. There we go. It's going so. But yeah, hey, penultimate episode. How else would you rather have it than a bunch of mistakes and Harry making fun of himself? Welcome back to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME, live from the mothership here on Signal Hill. Mark the Big Mac Covert, Brian the Professor Suarez, Harry the Minion Nostrant, Bryson the Commander Davis, silent yet still deadly behind the board tonight. And half of our guests have momentarily departed. Elliot has decided to step outside.
It's 2/3. More than
well, that's true. Sir Thor needed to take a break.
God of Thunder.
God of Thunder. God of Fur. But Emily is still with us. Emily Elliott. Amelia.
There you go.
Or Ellie.
Be careful.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Amelia. Yeah, that's what it is. Emily's still with us. Who needs friends when you have an enemies?
That all being said, poor time for Bryson not to have a microphone because the Stanley Cup playoffs.
We probably need to give him one on this one.
Who needs?
You don't need one. It's not important. Harry probably doesn't. Harry's just full of misery at this point. But join the club because there has been a lot of competitive hockey played, but when it hasn't been, there have been some daggum blowouts, and a couple of these series are getting ugly quick. But we start with one that, for the most part, has been very entertaining, including last night a double overtime thriller over in our state capital of Raleigh, North Carolina. The Canes have a 2-0 series lead on the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, they do. I would have liked to went to bed about an hour earlier too. We could have saved a lot of time.
I don't like to go to bed.
We could have saved a lot of time if I don't know that Brian, do you think that's an offsides call? Like, was that? Do you think that's? I mean, I thought he had the puck.
Oh, well, I don't like instant replay, because they break it down frame by frame by frame, and I just think that's ridiculous.
Where's the human error?
Listen, hey, here's the thing. You have to have control, not necessarily possession. You have to have control. You can actually cross the blue line and the puck be behind you like he was, but you have to have control of the puck. And he didn't have a stick on the puck at that point. So, yes, I kind of think that's why it was called offside.
That wasn't the thing of that replay that was weird.
No, the penalty shot, and the reason for that is even more questionable.
Well, first of all, what's really weird about this is the penalty was called after the offsides, but even though you go back and you say the play was offsides, the penalty still applies, which is a little weird, right?
Yeah.
Because essentially you put the clock back to when the offsides was. So, but you say, okay, this happened, and it's still the penalty. Penalty shot, and my question there is, I asked you earlier, you want the penalty shot or you want the penalty?
If Jordan Martinook is taking the shot, then I want the penalty. Give me the 2 minutes or whatever that was. I mean, not that obviously Martinook had the game-winning shot, so he redeemed himself.
Right.
But again, at the same time, if Jordan Martinook is, I don't know. I just think in 2 minutes, if you're on the power play and you got 2 minutes, I think you can generate enough opportunities. Now the Canes don't shoot, so really, who knows what would happen?
They pass the puck around
a lot.
Yeah, and
they don't shoot.
That's been a problem for 7 years, as have many things. But in that situation, yes, but ultimately they were able to sneak one out. And that last possession in overtime, when Martinook did score, that was a very good possession. Clean passes. They set it up. The rotation was nice. Martinook coming from behind the net and coming up and making that rotation to have a standout shot in front of the net was a nice setup. And there was no, they had trouble holding on to the puck, and that was both sides. There was a lot of back and forth.
Well,
but it was nicely set up, and they were able to close it out.
Here's my take on this series right now. Senators have played well, but the Canes are just better right now.
Yeah, I think so. And
that's why they've won both games.
The Canes are always good in the first round.
And the second.
And the second.
Elliot, are you a hockey guy?
You have a little bit of trouble in the third, though.
Are you a hockey guy?
He's familiar with ice. Is it the same one?
I like them Preds, baby. I just like the catfish on the ice.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so next up, we're going to go to the Bruins and Sabres, which is 1-0 Sabres. And I have to tell you all a little story about this game. I was watching it late in the third quarter. Sabres, third period, I'm sorry. The Sabres had a power play, did not score, and I'm like, yeah, they're not coming back. And I turned it off. And then a little while later, I get a text from Harry that says, the Bruins suck. And I'm like, what is he talking about?
Smartest thing he's ever said.
It was like 3-0 when I turned it off.
And it was 2-0, by the way.
I flip it back on, and I'm like, wait, the Sabres are ahead 3-2?
They scored 3 goals in the span of like 2 minutes.
4 minutes and 34 seconds. They scored 4 goals in a 6 minute and 46.
And that last goal was an open netter. So I don't count that.
Well, but here's the thing. So the Bruins outplayed them for all but 6 minutes of the game.
For 2 periods and like 75% of the third period.
60 minutes in the game, they outplayed them for 50.
So what is that, like 90% of the game?
Yeah, what that equates to is the old saying, it only matters when the clock hits 000.
Well, John Madden stuff. Right. Whoever has more points at the end, that's what counts.
You know who had more points? Just about anybody that wanted to have a stick in their hands, except the Bruins.
Shocking.
Listen, the Bruins. Listen. As a part-time Bruins fan.
Now you're part-time. You can't step away. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Hey, isn't this the guy part-time? Ain't this the guy that's been arguing about the goal horn?
Yeah.
No,
right? He's only a part-time.
How do you argue about the goal horn?
We have the best foghorn in hockey. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. And you're only a part-time.
It's a very stupid running joke. The two of them have.
All right, real quick. Yeah. What the 6 minutes I didn't watch? Did they just forget about how to play defense or what?
I don't really know exactly what happened. There was. Yes. The short answer is yes. They forgot how to play defense. There was some really just sloppy puck handling that resulted in who would the Steelers team? Buffalo being able to just set their offense up quite nicely. Honestly,
maybe he is a part-time fan.
Yeah. So listen. I'm technically more of like a Kraken or Golden Knights fan.
Trust me, dude. Boy, Mom keeps me playing. I'm about to switch.
All right, so we're going to switch up before we get to March.
Oh, yes, the Bruins suck.
Lightning and Canadians. Interesting first game. Canadians beat the Lightning 4-3. They scored Slavkovsky. Yuri Slavkovsky.
Slap a what?
Scored a team power play goal.
Slap the bag.
Slavkovsky.
Brought to you by our good friends at Franzia.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Too many penalties by the Lightning.
Yes. Yeah. You get penalized a lot, and you're playing at disadvantages. It's going to hurt you.
Canadians have good power play. Lightning.
No, the Canadians have good
beer.
beer.
They will end up losing.
Oh, they do.
All right, and then let's talk about.
Nope.
Yes, we are.
The Battle of Pennsylvania.
What battle?
The bullies,
slaughter of Western
bullies and the Penguins.
It's just the Battle of Mark's house.
It is
right here.
I don't have one.
Yeah, the Battle of Mark's house.
Well, yeah.
House.
Well, here's the whole thing. Remember how you were talking about
I've been overtaken, man.
Mark? Remember how you were telling him about the power play? They don't shoot.
Yeah.
Your team probably wants penalty shots. 0 for 7 on the power play. They only have 3 shots. And oh, by the way, on those 7 power plays, the Flyers have 4 shots and a shorthanded goal.
Joke's on you, Brian. We just want the series to be over at this point. It's been bad. They look old. I mean, it's staggering because the Penguins have been so good offensively this year. One of the better teams that they've had in the last 20 years from the offensive standpoint, and they have not found a way to crack through that Flyers defense so far. They've been stout, even trying to get some shots on goal, which they had a flurry of them in the third period last night and just could not get past Vladar in that goal. I mean, it was a showcase by the Flyers defensively through the first 2 games, and have been very good when the occasion has risen for them to score and get those points on the board. They've done it so far, and it's been a clinic, to be completely frank with you. The only time the Penguins have played a better game in the first 2 games was in the first 8 minutes of the third period last night, and that's been it. They've been completely outclassed, outplayed, and they look old, slow, tired, and it's sad. You know, it's one of those things where this is it for this core, and obviously, you know, Malkin, Crosby, and Letang have been there for, I believe, 20 years at this point.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those things where it has to come to an end. There's going to be a lot of questions to answer in the offseason, and a lot of decisions are going to have to be made about a roster that needs to find its way back into contending status at this point.
And they suck too.
See.
So then the others I'll go over real quick. Avalanche, 1 game over to none over the Kings. Colorado's just too good for Los Angeles. Yes. They hung in that game, though. They lost 2-1.
Avs are going to be very good.
And then I think the series that's going to be probably might be the most even of all the first round is going to be the Wild and the Stars. Last night, Stars won 4-2. Wild won game 1 6-1. I think this is going to be a 7-game series, and it's going to be pretty even.
Yeah.
What was the little just like a on the fly trivia question real fast? What were the Minnesota Wild? What was their name before they were the Wild?
The Northern Lights. I can't remember.
North Stars. Yeah. The North Star.
Yeah, well, but that's the Dallas team.
Now it's Dallas.
Minnesota was an expansion team, but Dallas.
But you were talking about the Minnesota team before, right?
Oh, yeah. Minnesota moved to Dallas, became the Stars.
And they weren't the North Stars anymore, obviously.
The NHL franchises are so, like, they're all intertwined in such weird ways. Like, some of the teams have come back, but now they're different. And
Winnipeg was the Thrashers before.
Since he threw this out.
But the old Winnipeg team is now actually in Utah.
Hey, since he threw that out.
Before that, they were in
Arizona. Bryson, who were the Whalers before? Or no, who was the Whalers?
Who were the Hurricanes before they were the Whalers?
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. I totally messed that up.
Who were the Whalers when they weren't the Whalers?
Which current team used to be the Whalers? That's what I was getting at.
All right, and then Golden Knights and Utah Mammoth. Golden Knights won, Mammoth nothing. 4-2 the other night. I think what you got here is the experience of the Golden Knights versus the youth and vigor of the Utah Mammoth.
Vigor. That's an old man word.
It is.
We'll see what happens there. John Tortorella, old Flyer coach, is over there, and I think his record so far with Las Vegas is 8-0-1.
Hey, is Mammoth sticking, by the way? That's a done deal, right?
That's great. I love it.
Oh, I love it. Go look at
Zamboni.
Go look at the picture. There's Zamboni,
dude.
Yeah.
It's the one NHL franchise that I could be a mascot
for. And then one more. Last night, Oilers won. Ducks 1 game to none. Oilers over the Ducks. Oilers won last night 4-3. Biggest thing here. I think this is going to be just like the Utah and Vegas. You got the experience of the Oilers, been in the Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 years versus youth of the Anaheim Ducks. I believe the Ducks are going to end up being the youngest team in the playoffs right now. We'll keep our eye on that. The one question I got about the Oilers is their goaltending. It's always been a question for them, and I think it still will be. So we'll keep an eye on all those series.
It's funny. The Penguins have Stuart Skinner. He hasn't been bad in goals so far in the series. The offense can't just get anything going. So Edmonton probably be in a better spot if Skinner was still there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So let's move on. Hey, give me your ideas. The NFL draft is coming up. Give me your ideas for picks 2 through 5.
As they are.
Pick number 2 is the Jets. Who do you think they're drafting?
There's no way the Jets trade back, right?
Let's say
No,
they
because
stay
now I'm hearing they really want Jeremiah Love, supposedly.
Let's say they stay right there. Who are they picking?
Brees Hall.
I know. But that's a very Jets move, by the way.
How about David Bailey or Arvell Reese, defenders?
Bailey's got a higher floor. If you listen to scouts, Arvell Reese has a higher ceiling. So you kind of go with the guy who has the explosiveness from the pass rushing standpoint versus Bailey, who's a monster. I mean, just a mauler. He could play inside, outside. One of those guys that's got that versatility that I think a lot of teams covet in the game of football now. So personally, I'd say David Bailey, especially since they traded away Quentin Williams at the trade deadline last year. Now in Dallas, I'd personally say that'd be Bailey.
All right, except the Cardinals probably take
Jeremiah
the
Love.
other guy. Or you think they're going to take Jeremiah Love?
I think they'll take Jeremiah Love.
Okay.
Agent Dan Connor, you got to get to play a playmaker out in the desert. Jeremiah Love's that guy.
All right.
Well, okay. I was just checking what the mock draft was saying.
Doesn't have his own ideas.
No, because I was just saying if the Jets don't take him, which I think you're right. I think they take Bailey, and Jeremiah Love's on the board. They should probably take Jeremiah Love. But this guy's saying Arvell Reese from Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cardinals have so many holes. I mean, like literally the only thing they don't need is probably receiver and tight end. That's
the
it.
couple that I looked up had David Bailey and Arvell Reese as the 2, and they just flip-flopped them. All right, number 4, Titans.
Why'd you look at the Patriots?
No,
they're not drafting
now the Giants are supposedly the Giants are looking at Jeremiah Love.
Titans are up next at 4.
Jeremiah Love. It's like picks 3 through 5. One of them's going to be Jeremiah Love. Between Arizona, Tennessee, and New York, one of them is going to be Jeremiah Love. And New York's going to want to do it now because they have pick 10 thanks to that Dexter Lawrence trade with the Bengals. No. Yes, they have pick 10 now because of that. I don't like Sonny Styles. But I feel like, again, the Titans are a team that has a lot. Yeah, a lot of the Titans are a team that has a lot of holes to fill. I mean, you'd love to get a playmaker, maybe Carnell Tate in that spot. Another receiver to throw to for Cam Ward out there in Tennessee, looking like the Oilers now because they don't know what they're doing. They look good. It's just they're not the Titans anymore.
That's the point.
Then be the Oilers.
That's fair. I mean,
shout out to the new punter they just brought in, Tommy Townsend to the Tennessee Titans.
He signed?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The booming foot from Orlando, Florida.
The booming foot.
Boom. Former Gator.
All right, then the Giants. Jeremiah Love, if he's there. Right?
Jeremiah Love. I'll be honest with you. I'll be shocked if Jeremiah Love is there at 5. But let me rephrase that. I won't be shocked because, as you said, any of these teams could address any amount of holes that they want. Mm-hmm. Do you do it with an offensive weapon or do you plug holes on the defense? I mean, for a lot of these guys, the defense is essential for them because, I mean, you think about it, you talk about the Titans, could they get a guy like him? Absolutely. But their defense was their sore spot last year without a shadow of a doubt. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why the Giants, after getting guy from Arizona State. Why am I drawing a blank?
Cam Scatterbo.
I get it. He's hurt, but he'll probably have about a 4-year career in the NFL the way he plays.
4-year?
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, he's already in 1 year.
Remember,
he can't spell CTE if you gave him the C and T.
Remember, NFL, not for long. Right?
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So, in all seriousness,
all right,
who's the head coach of the Giants now?
That'd be John Harbaugh.
You know what John Harbaugh loves?
Run.
A good run game.
Sure does. But what does he love on defense?
A solid defense.
Right. That's very good, Harry. That's
very solid defense.
That's good. That's very good. Loves a versatile safety. Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Out of Ohio State.
That'd be a good pick for him.
A guy who can play all over the field, play in the slot, go in the box a little bit.
All right, 2 more quick recap. Hornets, we talked about them last week.
Speaking of sucking.
Then they played the Magic, and they got destroyed 121-90.
All that.
I should have had you pull the song, man.
All that to win that first play-in game just to get blown out in the second one.
Woo! I mean, ridiculously. At one point, I looked at the score, and it was 68-33. And I'm like, yeah, there's no reason to turn that game on.
Yeah, they didn't come back.
It was a thing of beauty. The assault that was committed in Central Florida on Friday night was miraculous.
By the way, your Caleb Downs thing, I just looked. They've got him at 10th with the Giants.
I think his upside's great. I think he's a plug-and-play player.
Yep.
Hey, the Hornets again. The miraculous second half that they had just wasn't able to get in there. Bryson, hit it.
Is this what we're looking for here?
Dude.
Oh my God. It's so bad. Bryson, why do you listen to him?
It's only another week. So.
We're going to get cut off the air, though.
All right. That's enough of that.
There's a remix.
We got one more because he really doesn't.
Sony just muted our broadcast.
Hold on a second. He doesn't really want to go to the next one either. Like the two of the worst teams in baseball, the Phillies and the Mets. Your Phillies are bad.
They're terrible.
Like, what's up with that?
They're bad. They caught whatever the Red Sox had. They're bad. But
we're playing the Yankees.
Glass half full. We haven't lost 11 in a row because that's the Mets. With the second highest payroll in baseball. Francisco Lindor doesn't want to be there.
How many in a row have you lost, though? You're on your way.
That's not 11.
It's about
10?
6 or 7, right?
No.
It's like 6 or 7.
I think it's 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah. They're on their way.
We suck.
Well, there's worse things. But one thing I did want to know, and you were probably the only one that would have saw this. Did you know a historical streak was broken yesterday? It involved Cody Bellinger.
I did not see this, actually.
For 4 straight years, Cody Bellinger has hit a home run on April 20th. For 4 straight years. And every year he's come out of the dugout, his eyes look a little more glazed over.
Yeah, it has a pretty high feeling to him.
I'm pretty sure Cody Bellinger did not hit a home run last night. Okay, I won't. I'm sorry, Cody. I'm sorry, Cody.
All right, it's been a fun hour here on the Sports Recap on WAME 92.9 FM and 550 AM. We want to thank Emily and Elliot for coming in and joining us and filling us in on the USA bobsled team and their experiences. Thank you very much for coming up here from Charlotte. We'll see you all next week at 7 p.m.
for the grand finale.
Bingo. Deuces.
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Early results coming in from the Virginia redistricting battle show a very tight race, with yes votes leading at the present.